Alrighty, video number 2, and now, so we worked out, we talked about how to do a little bit of keyword research. So the next step would be to, once the product's added, we then go and edit the product. I'm just going to go back here because I thought I saw possibly a really cheap version of that product. $9.37, that's not too bad. Oh, and that was the Amazon one. Okay, let's close all these down. Okay. Right, so the way the feed works, it's updated. I've set it to update at 7 a.m. every morning. So so if you send me a product or a brand and I add them to the feed, those products won't get added to the store until 7 a.m. the next morning. So you can't edit them until that happens. If you're desperate to get a product up because of a sale or some fad going on, we just add the product manually. So, but it's not going to matter if we wait until 7 a.m. in the morning. So it gets added, and it gets added as unpublished. Okay, so we're going to go into the back end of the site now. So the platform we're using is Shopify, which you might have already worked out. It's become there's two. There's WordPress, WooCommerce, and there's Shopify. And Shopify is fast becoming the world leader in e-commerce. It's pretty cool and works really well. So easy to use. So to go and find products, we go to products, and then all the products are listed here. The products are going to be categorized, and the way Shopify does it, they call them collections. So if we click on collections, just going to actually zoom in a bit, see it. Click on collections, you can see the categories of the collections that we've added. So we can add all these products under the correct categories. Okay, so we'll just go back. So the way I've done it is, just to make it easier to import products, is when a product is imported, it's added to only the general collection. Okay, so, and it's unpublished, so it's not live on the site. So they're all in the general collection. So it pulls in the stock, how many we've got in stock, and then just the title. So what we're going to do now is go and actually edit a product. So we'll click on Wand Essentials, and here's the product page on the back end. Okay, so we're going to go through this step by step. Again, a little bit of work, but once you've done a few, it's pretty simple. So with the title, we don't want to have identical titles and descriptions to everybody else, because if other people are using these feeds, there might be hundreds or thousands of them around the world. A lot of them are just going to pull in this feed and leave it, and we don't want that duplicate content, and Google penalizes sites for duplicate content. So we want to be saying the same thing, but in a different way. So Wand Essentials 7-speed. I'm not going to use this one as an example, sorry, because it didn't pull in the description. I want to show you one that's got a description, because that's how the majority of them are going to be. Maybe this one. Okay, that's pulled in the description. Okay, Wand Essentials 7-speed pink corded massager. So instead of calling it that, we'll say we can call it massage wand by by Wand Essentials. Seven-speed corded. Okay, so that's same but different. Now we're going to go and add the description. So what I'd do is leave that description in there so you've got it as a reference for the moment, and then we're going to rewrite it. I'm just reading it now. Just going to pause the video while I... Okay, so I've added a description, basically rewritten it. So once you've written it, you can just delete this section and bring it up. Oops. Bring it up to the top, and there's your description. Always try and highlight or bold one or two phrases. It just catches the user's eye. And then the features, always good to have dot points. Okay, so that's the description. We've done the title as well. Next, we're going to add product type. I would just, for this one, we're just going to call it massager. And add massager. The vendor we don't need to touch because it pulls it in automatically. Now collections, this one, it's going to be in massages. If we pull in products and there's not a collection that fits, you need to go back to the products collections and create it, but I can show you how to do that later. So we're going to hit massages, and you want to make sure you've unclicked general and it's only in one collection. Okay, so every product can only be, you can add more, Shopify lets you do that, but it's best practice to have it in one collection, otherwise we create duplicate products and it's not good for a lot of reasons. So one collection, so this one obviously is massages, and it adds it there, you can see. Okay, tags. So tags are important, helps with search. So you keep the brand in there. We could put in magic wand. Then we can put in massager, and then we can put in vibrating massage. If you're using similar products, adding similar products, try and use the same tags, because what we can do later on is, let's say we're going to we want to categorize everything in the menu and add the brands as menus, which we'll probably do. We'll use the tags to filter that, so which is already in there because we've got the brand name in there, but we want to use it correctly. So you can use vibrating massage for another product, and you can use massager for another product, obviously. Okay, so that's tags. Next is images. So some will pull in one image, some will pull in 2 or 3 like this, some will pull in 5, 6, some will pull in 10. Just depends what's in the feed. But images are really important for Google. When Google reads the images, it can't tell what they're about, so we need to tell Google what they're about, and you do that with what's called the alt text, which is in these images here. So you hover over the image, click alt, and then you write what this is. You tell Google what it is. So this is a Wand Essentials pink massager. Click done. And the next one, it's the same image, but it's the Wand Essentials. So we might just call this a 7-speed pink massager. So again, might be the same product, but you just write it a little bit differently. So now this one is Alt Wand Essentials 7-speed massager in packaging. So you're telling Google what the actual image is, and that's what the image is. Click done, and then the alt tags are done. Okay, price. So if we're not happy with the prices are set 50% margin as I pull a feed in. So with your product research, you can work out what you want to add here. So you can change this automatically. So yeah, I think that'll work. We might just have to work out how we do that with the feed when it updates. But anyway, we can work on that later. Compare price. Now this is if let's say we want to have a sale or the perception of a sale. So we can add in here, let's say it was $59.97. We'll put that in compare price, and I'll show you what that does in a minute. We're not going to charge taxes. All this information here is, we don't need to touch it because it's been pulled in. Shipping requires shipping. Won't worry about the weight at the moment. What I'm going to try and do is, that's only for shipping. Again, we'll work that out once we understand how we're going to provide our shipping base. Manual fulfillment. Okay. Now variants. What variants are? Things like size and color. At the moment, I'm trying to work out with the feed how to bring it in automatically. But if there's a product that's got a number of different colors, you can add them in here automatically. Add them in here manually. But hopefully we won't have to do that if I can work out how to do it with the feed. So we're just going to leave that because there's only one variation anyway at the moment. Okay, now the search engine listing preview. This is important. So we don't want it the same as the description. So this we might call it, now we can call it 7-speed wand massager pipe wand essentials. So again, we're saying the same thing but a little bit differently, and it's pink. So we can write it like that, and then description the same, and you can it tells you how many characters you got. So now we're going to write this is a amazing intimacy device by Wand Essentials. This 7-speed pink massager is sure. Oops. Sure to bring you delight. Fantastic price in our online store. So this is what will be seen in Google when it's indexed in Google. Okay, so that's all fine, and then the last bit is the URL handle. So with this, shorter the better. So some products will pull in, there might be 15 or 20 words. It pulls it in from the title, from the feed. So we don't want it that long. But this one here is probably fine. I might just, it's got Wand Essentials. That's good. 7-speed pink corded massager. I might just take out corded and just put pink. Makes it a bit shorter. And that'll do. And if you change it, what it does, you leave that ticked because it just redirects it to the new product page. Okay, so that's done. Let's hit save. And the last thing you need to do is set it live. So you need to click here, manage, and then in online store, hit done, and now the product's live. Okay, so we can go view it. And there it is. So you can see what it does with this sale here. This is a compare price bit. It says it was $59.97 and now it's $45.99. So just, it's a bit of conversion optimization. This sort of helps people understand that they're getting a good deal. We've got all our other information in here and the description. So the description is unique. That's what Google's going to look at. It's going to look at the URL and everything else we've done. So that product's now live, done, and we'll move on to the next one. So yeah, pretty little bit of work, but these can be punched out probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes of product once we get going. And also there's an option here, as you'll see as we go forward, if we're adding loads and loads of products all the time, we can outsource this to good English speaking writers, other places in the world. Okay, hope that all makes sense. See ya.